Hello, people, and welcome to one of the few remaining round of 16 matches of the Carcassonne Champions League 2025. This time we have Isloun of RCP, and he'll be going up against Portgard of Vietnam, and they will be one of the three remaining matches that are still remaining, fighting for the top 8 spot. Isloun doing an incredible job in the group stage, finishing his own Group B with a perfect 5-0 score. One of the few players who actually managed to make that happen. Certainly not all groups, or not all group leaders, should I say, were able to get a clean score without any losses so far. And so, as a result of Isloun finishing as number one, he was he got a spot straight in the round of 16, and Portgard finishing second in his group with a score of 3-2, got a spot in the top 24, where he then managed to toss out the strong Portuguese opponent Glovia. And now Portgard is an inch closer of winning the championship, though I have to say there is still a long way to go. He has to win this match and then would have to win 3 best of 5s against like just even more difficult opponents than Isloun. So the classic reward of being able to come out as a winner today means that you get to show your skill against an even better player, or at least a player who is in perhaps a better shape than your last opponent. Welcome, Napalm. Glad to see you here, even though it is a very early morning stream. The other matches that are left will be Samuelson against Pakshay, which will take place on the 23rd at 8:30 UTC, as you can see. And then the final one will be Rapid Rain versus Game Over, happening on 24th, so on Monday at 8 a.m. UTC. Both matches which will be streamed by Alexei, and which is great because I actually could not even make it to stream. So do let me know which of these two players, Isloun or Portgard, are you supporting, or which one do you think will be winning today? Isloun, so Ilya Slonimsky, who actually did make history in the 2020 in the 2024 World Championships by being the first Israeli player to represent their country. Portgard, actually, I don't believe I know his real name, so he has either been he either has a really great mask or maybe he doesn't even want to tell people. I predict 2-1 win in Isloun's favor. Well, we'll see about that. We would certainly like to see a decider match or decider game, so that would certainly be exciting. Let me check. Um, yeah, that would be correct. I do not actually have Portgard in my not so secret notes, as in his real name. So he'll get to keep that all to himself for a while still. Okay, they are not actually in a table at the moment. Yes, there are right now. So before this kicks off, we do not know yet who will be playing against who in the quarterfinals, as you can see there is this random draw which will happen. So all the all the quarterfinalists will be reshuffled, and well, no one, even the players themselves, don't know yet who they will be playing against, but it will be quite the amount of fireworks when you look at the caliber of the players who will be playing in there. So either the all-time the all-time second place all-time ELO player, Rabbit Rain, a with a peak rating of, I believe, 886, who goes against Bogdan Kurkan, the current World Championship third place. Then the strong Czechian player Porsche 118, so Pavel Hudek. Wise Mace, a very frequent face in the streams, or maybe not the face, but very frequent voice of reason, who is also in a very sharp shape. We of course have Alexei, who has started off this year with an absolute two bangers, with a world record and with the win of the MSO Grand Prix, and he has also previously 10 billion other titles. Then one of these two players, Isloun or Portgard. We have the defending champion, Vladimir Kovalev, also the 2016 world champion. Then one of these guys, so Samuelson or Pakshe. And then another Latvian, Napalm Eye, who is now also in the chat. So certainly Napalm Eye might have some interest of his own with this match. Maybe could even be getting his opponent from one of these players. But now that we got that out of the system, let's see what's going down. So, apologies for the little blabbering there. So we have a minor lead on the scoreboard for the Vietnamese player with two open cities. Isloun with a 2-point road versus a 3-point road of his opponent. and a 2-point city piece. So certainly at the moment there is, I would say, a well, yeah, I would say there's at least a small advantage for the Vietnamese. This field right here is gonna be taken at some point because actually there is nothing that can stop a monastery of some kind, very likely to be a road monastery, to go here. Also, maybe potentially a city cap here just for the sake of mapling this um, probably a 9-point or maybe even a 12-point field. So that will be a quite a juicy one for either of these players to take. Isloun starting a new city after his previous one got disrupted and attacked. Which, if you ask me, I don't think using city caps actually on this was the right call. I mean, considering he already had a potential 9-point field waiting for, he should have just simply, or well, maybe not should have, but I think what I would have done is certainly use the city caps on his own field and leave this 2-point city piece just alone, maybe like trying to build it up, or not even maybe, just trying to build it up with triangles and other triple cities. So I mean, when you use city caps on a lonely city piece like this, it kind of very rarely works out because it's so easy to attack to, and you need 3 city caps, and if you use 2 of them and then don't get and then get attacked, you have basically kind of wasted 2 valuable city caps. However, however, as a result of the road monastery indeed going in here and the 4-point city being taken, a 12-point field was formed, and Isloun is the first one on the field. So he now controls both fields of the board at the moment. But unfortunately for him, what is not working quite as well for him is that he has 2 meeples less in hand, and Portgard has 24 points, 24 more points on the scoreboard, and so which is like not not quite covered with the fields, which can still be attacked to, like really easily. Port can go over here with a road piece and then connect with either a with a curve or with a straight road or something similar, which is very, very likely going to happen, I would say. Meanwhile, Isloun doing his best, trying to actually restrict or heavily restrict the options of Portgard with the city, restricting it to the one and only remaining um, dagger, and also trying to potentially trap this road of Portgard to the one remaining road monastery. So potentially, if he gets both 50-50s, then no, it might not be too bad. Something that is quite good and gets Isloun out of a lot of trouble is the fact that he managed to get the one remaining divider. So he does get bailed out of this unfortunate situation big time, and actually like forces these city caps to actually work in his favor. And am I surprised? I think I might be like surprised that Portgard did not go for the connection, even though I am pretty sure he knew that there was still this one divider remaining. And I think the reason why he didn't go for it, instead he went for this this extensive move of his own city, is the reason that first of all this city comes with a shield. This city piece comes with a shield. Second of all, there were so many connection pieces or connection tiles left in the deck. Thirdly, there was only one divider left in the deck, so you like never want to think that surely my opponent doesn't have the divider in their hand right now, so I'm gonna have more time to connect or block it. And a fourth reason is that there was a platform to toss a road in here at any given point, which would have made sure that Isloun would not be able to go with a divider here and get 3 points on this field and 3 more points on this field. So this was actually a 4, 6, 9, 12 point move and a meeple back. Something that I'm not fond of is Ilya actually using this one meeple that he had on, or his meeple in the first place, on this 2-point city. I mean, it's not something that he actually needed to take, because Portgard already had a city going over here, a city going over here. So I very much doubt that the Vietnamese player would have been actually even willing to take up a third city on the left, especially when it would be kind of restricting or at least interfering somewhat with his earlier one. Isloun does kind of hit the jackpot with the road monastery, and he does get it. So this road will not be coming back to Portgard unless he finds a crossroad, which there are still 2 remaining. But Isloun, what he now has to do is to see, can he actually afford meepling it, or does he just take quick points maybe from here, or does he go here for another monastery? Because he has catched up very, very nicely on the scoreboard and even went past, and even past his opponent. So now actually +7, +16, 1, 2, 3, 4, 28, 30, 36, 38, 34, 33, 31, 28, 22. Isloun is actually +17 at the moment, so that new city in the west by black, rather reckless, says Wise Mace. Yeah, I do agree. Monastery stacking it is, and I have to say I think I would have picked the exact same route, because when you are in a rather comfortable lead of 16 points and now 23, I mean it certainly sounds, or at least feels fine on paper, to just simply go for the point scoring. Portgard does get the meeple back, which is gonna put Isloun at plus 20, 21, 23, so 19. So let's say Portgard connects over here. It's gonna be plus 9 move for him, so he's still gonna be down minus 10 points. So likely what needs to be done for Portgard is that he needs to attack this other 15-point field, but with only one meeple, it might be a bit trickier than that, because this field will not be enough in itself. He's gonna need to score somewhere, because there's no way that he will be able to catch up or to stay in the lead when he would be only plus 5 after getting to the field. Also now, a difficult decision. Do you take a second meeple back, which you absolutely want to do as Portgard, but there is also now the potential platform to block this connection to this 15-point field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still 2 straight roads and a starting tile. 1, 2, and one of these remaining crossroads. So still 4 tiles to go here, but this connection can be blocked immediately with 2 out of the 4 remaining connection tiles actually. Isloun can go here with a crossroad and block, or he can go here with the starting tile and block. Now there might still be a possibility to loop here and here, but that seems like a very long route, something that Portgard most likely doesn't or can't afford to do. And he does decide against getting a meeple back, which I think I have to agree. Because actually what Portgard can do now, he might not have to attack this field. He might also go over here and attack this field again, which is now worth 18 points. So even more than the northern field. Then he still has his options to get a meeple back from here. He can add a couple of points to this city probably. The issue is that this connection is vulnerable. It can be blocked with the starting tile immediately. So will we be seeing this move? I think Isloun is now like plus 17 due to this connection having happened. So plus 17. If this connection is successful, then Portgard will be plus 1, with Isloun having no meeples. There are no tiles to go over here. This one is blocked. So Isloun can get like maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3 points more on this city. Does Portgard have actually a backup option to go, like if he goes here, maybe he then goes with a curve here, a stick cap here, and connects to the 15 points field instead if this primary plan fails. Maybe. Also the ninja route with the crossroad through Red's city with a road Dorito. Yeah, so this one. But turns out he doesn't need that. Doesn't need to use that road as he goes for the 18-point field. Ilya was not able to do anything about it, and Portgard immediately gets the connection. But the important thing is that Isloun got 2 extra points on the city, but so does Portgard now. So I think Portgard is +1. Isloun makes a blocking move with this triangle, trying to prevent Portgard from getting a crossroad. But he might not actually have the luxury to do so, though it ends up working. He's still -1. And I think he doesn't have roads to win, because a tie won't be enough. And Portgard gets a second point. So even if there is a city tile, even with a shield, it's not going to be enough, is it? Because that would lead to a tie, and due to the draw rule, Ilya would be losing. I'm not gonna swear that I have counted the points exactly right, so we'll have to wait and see what is the final verdict, but Portgard has no other move than going over here for an extra point. Or at least I don't see anything else. I'm not sure what he's contemplating on. So it is actually a shielded tile, and we might be seeing a draw. But we might be seeing a draw that goes in Isloun's favor. In Portgard's favor. So, have my calculations added up correctly? I mean, these monasteries do look very menacing, though. It's +7. Oh, actually, it's not a draw. It's not a draw. Ilya wins. Ilya wins by 1 point, actually, as a result of this final tile draw for both players. So because Ilya drew the triple city with a shield, he got 2 points and Portgard gets 1, and had to reverse that, then add Portgard to 1 point and take away 1 point from Isloun. So that would be a win for Portgard, but it is not the case. Ilya draws better and gets to reap in the respecting results, or a result of a game. So he goes into a 1-0 lead, which I'm sure he must be kind of ecstatic about. It's a very good start. Now just needs to keep his cool. Yeah, I see. Even Mighty Wisemace was fooled by my false calculations. That's why you never trust the calculations of a streamer, because they are rarely right. Okay, Portgard back against the wall. Must win to keep his championship chances alive here, and to be able to try and make his country proud by getting into the quarterfinals as the first Vietnamese player. That's always something that you would certainly want to do. With their early field as Portgard, which looks to be a very menacing one. 9 points, probably 12, can even expand like or like all the way like through this city into here. So we might be even be seeing like maybe even a 30 plus point field battle in the second game here, with some, you know, envisioning um let's say with some early envisioning taking place, we might be seeing a just a massive field battle in this one. And Portgard is gonna keep making more cities, or does he? You know, he could do something like this, just drop a farmer, but no, he decides to just make more cities. Isloun drops a very justified farmer on a 9 point spot, potentially 12, 15, you know, connect through here, start the field battle. There is a lot of sparks going on with this one. Portgard replies with a 4 point loop, and Isloun will probably just complete his. But I can assure you that both of these players are just waiting for a potential for their potential to drop a second farmer here or and here and probably here as Portgard. This is certainly something that they really actually want, both of them want to do it as soon as possible, because I mean these fields are just way too good, way too good. I mean, look at 6 points here. Like anything goes here, it's gonna be 6, 9, 12 with a one straight road. I mean, it's gonna be massive. It's gonna be massive. Now, Isloun can't take quick points, but is it time to go? Do you just go maybe here, drop a road meeple? Or I think you could also go here and drop a second farmer. No, he just decides to simply take a 3 point um, a 3 point road. Also, I just lied. He could have totally just taken 2 points over here. Road Dorito was crucial. Not, I'm not entirely sure if Wisemes um, is referencing towards the second game or the first game. Hello, Timrak. Glad to see you up for the morning stream. Okay, Portgard going for more cities, and Isloun could very well go over here with another um field meeple. Or this. This is also fine. Actually trying to finish the city, and he is successful. He is successful, so gets, you see, 12 points, and Portgard. I mean, these players that keep getting city caps after city caps, man. These fields are something else. But I mean, the question is, who is gonna break first? Who is going to not be able to take the temptation anymore, and they're gonna go with the farmer? And I think Isloun might. I don't know, man, because Isloun could also go here just for simply 12 points and connect like these roads. But like, he also wants to block this road. Yeah. Well, something that Portgard could do is, I mean, he could go over here, drop a second farmer. He could go over here, drop a second farmer. Here, even drop a second farmer. I mean, he can do so many things. I can't comprehend how these players are really um, doing everything they can to avoid the temptation of actually dropping more farmers. Finally, Isloun does it. Isloun breaks. Ah, so Wiseman's referencing towards the first game um, with Ilias move with the Road Dorito when he blocked the crossroad spot of Portgard. And indeed, it was actually really, really crucial because had Ilya just had faith on getting the crossroad himself, he would have either been kind of handing possibly 2 extra points um, for Portgard, or not be able to draw a city tile for his own um, ruin. So black has to prevent red from continuing the road whilst dropping a farmer with the straight instead of restricting red's road. Yeah, I would agree. I would agree. I'm not sure if we had the same idea, but like I still would have liked just this. And oh my god. Yeah, I still would have liked to see just this and drop a farmer as Isloun on a 9-point field and like strengthen this guy and prepare to actually connect over here or over here, then a curve here. But it doesn't happen. Actually, I don't really like Portgard's situation here all that much because, like, yeah, he has the monasteries, but they are not stacked. It will take a total of 4, 5, 6, 7 tiles to finish them in the best case scenario. And he only has 2 meeples, whilst Isloun has 4 meeples, and they both have 2 on the field. So this is like one of those signs that is like straight up yelling me that Isloun is going to win this field fight. And he's gonna win it big time. Portgard now gets one of his monasteries trapped. Okay, equalizes the monastery of Portgard. Also 2 points ahead for Isloun on the board. Plus 3, 1 equal. So Isloun -5, like without the fields, but because Isloun is banking his game on the fields really, really hard, I don't think this will be an issue. Because I really don't see Isloun losing the field fight. I don't see him losing. Because he has, like even if Portgard gets his people back from this city, which is actually a really annoying project to try and complete, Isloun can get a meeple back from here, and he's gonna be up a meeple. And this one meeple, mark my words, will change everything. Black has to connect to Red's field first. I agree. I mean, this is still a spot that can be blocked, and potentially something that Portgard could go for right now. Like, go over here. There are no more road monasteries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only 2 curves left, which is not much, and it can only be really saved with another curve. And he would then have, wait, so those 2, 3 tiles, 4. He would have 4 tiles to block. Yes, and he goes for it, and right in time, right on time. So he now has 4 tiles to block this connection, or he can just straight up draw both curves himself. So Isloun might actually be left with a 0-point farmer because he did not connect with this road monastery, because he just went for a simple equalization of the monastery. It might really come back to bite him. It just might. But in that case, if Portgard blocks this, if Portgard blocks this connection, then he also blocks the connection to this 18-point field, and then he'll be in a field fight of 15 points versus 18. So Isloun will still be up ahead 3 points on that, which is good for him. And he can still even grow this field if he wants to. But let's see how it's gonna happen. I still like Isloun's position much more. Wow, okay, Portgard gets the first one, and he connects. Oh yeah, that makes totally sense. That makes total sense. Okay, but this curve spot is now unblockable. It is now unblockable. So maybe I would have even wanted to wait on this. Actually, do I? No, because it doesn't really matter if Isloun now connects, because if he connects, then what this other curve has now done is it has simply added like 3 points, or taken away 3 points from Isloun, however you want to think of it. But if Portgard strikes a gold mine and gets the other dagger, gets the other curve, which is now the last one of its kind, this meeple is dead. There are no more curves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and no more road monasteries. This meeple is dead. So this plan works out brilliantly for the Vietnamese player. And now Isloun has to think of another route to connect, and he already has. So Isloun has he has opted for making another city on the field, and he's going to try and get his hands on a city cap and drop a farmer and then connect. But that will be something that's going to um, eat one meeple from his hand. And so with +6, this equalizes that. Portgard in +4. Okay, so if we finish this city, we'll be at +4, and assuming that we equalize the field, but it doesn't happen as Portgard gets to connect, and I'm actually am I surprised that he did not try to connect over here with the third farmer? Because even though it was immediately blockable connection, yeah, okay, I can live with this. I can live with this. Isloun goes for a rather risky connection. Now, take notes. There only needs to be one curve or one crossroad, and this connection here is dead, just like this one. Instead, Isloun finds another connection platform, or rather creates one, and Portgard has to now decide whether he wants to use it himself. And probably he actually should. Probably should. Isloun at +9, +5, -1, assuming he gets the connection. But this field is way too big for anyone to catch up if the other player comes or gets the full control of it. Now, Portgard, though, what really bothers him in going over here is that he would need a road tile to both places to connect here and here. And he needs a road tile to like block off this connection. So that doesn't really serve him well, which is a major issue. Which is why he opts to simply take away this connection platform. But Isloun is gonna be getting the connection on this meeple, and he is trying to block this connection for sure. I mean, I think Isloun just has to connect with this meeple. He has to go for it. Because there are no connection platforms at the moment. At least with this tile. So he's gonna have to finish what he started. He's gonna have to go for that. And let's actually see the road tiles that are remaining. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's like one straight road. There are actually several crossroads. Yeah, several field crossroads. So 3 field crossroads, all which go here. So 4 out of the 7 tiles. So the one that Portgard has in hand plus the 6 in the deck. So actually over 50% will get Portgard the connection, and he does get the connection, which begs the question: Isloun probably, as uncomfortable as it is, might have to go for this and try to connect here and try to just pray that Portgard doesn't strike his hands on a road tile. But that's so unlikely though. It's 60% at least of Portgard's chances to have a road tile in hand and block this connection off immediately. And it does happen. This is unfortunate for Isloun, and this tile certainly seals the deal. This is no tile to even try and connect to the field. He was hoping for Portgard to actually get his hands on this one and not be able to do anything, and instead get the connection. Or for this monastery for that matter. But, 60% is 60%. And, 3 out of 5 games, it's going to happen that you will be getting blocked. But he had to go for it because there were no curves. It was the only platform available for Ilya to actually try and connect to this field, to this massive field, and try and get it equalized. It was the only way. Yeah, Napalm mine, exactly. I mean, field being so valuable, it makes everything else irrelevant. So, plus a billion. 27 points is the difference. And so, yeah, the connection... Actually, would the connection have even been enough? Because say that, like, we get this over this, then we lose 3 points on this. We get 32 points, right? And then we get this. I mean, yeah, it would have been enough. Actually, no. Because if Portgard gets this, then we connect, get this 32, and then we get this. It probably would have been enough. Okay, so Portgard does indeed do what he must, and he does get the equalization on the match scoreboard. It is 1-1, and we will be seeing the decider as everyone wanted. Massive pressure on both. Certainly, I have to give credit for Portgard here. I mean, with the way I kind of framed it in the mid game, I still stick behind my words. I think Ilya had a way better position with a meeple advantage, and um, with I would say having a much more likely chance, a much more likely chance to actually win the whole field. That road monastery that he just equalized, that he used to equalize the monastery of Portgard, might probably was the key mistake of the game there. Like he really needed to make that one field maple count to like even end up like preventing the connection on the 18-point field. I mean that in itself would have been just plenty. Okay, Ilya, what has happened here? So Ilya has stolen a city. Okay, so it's like first tile here and then here. Yeah, okay. So Ilya, I'd say most likely attacked from here and then here and was able to snatch the city all to himself. So certainly a great start for the Israeli player who is actually prepping for RCP. Okay, so plus 18 for Ilya, plus 21, 22, 21. So 21 point difference with just 20 tiles having gone. It's pretty big, and Portgard will have to come up with a good plan to actually like weasel himself out of this. Yeah, the chat um, debating on whether it was the right move to connect the to connect all the fields to each other in the first game with the penultimate curve, and I have to agree that I don't think it was the right call. Like, yes, you could do that with the final tile or with the final curve, but otherwise you might as well just stick to either the total blocking chances or like just stick to your 15-point field versus the 18-point one. I mean, it's not that bad. Okay. Portgard adds 2 points to the city. Didn't want to take these 2 points over here. Likely it wasn't in the mood of seeing his city being restricted to a starting tile over here. But now it might be getting restricted to the starting tile on the left now. So that's something to think about. Isloun is gonna have his city in danger and gets to save it. Still 2 daggers left here, and upon completing, maybe could take a 6-point field as well, as like, you know, an extra compensation. Depends on when depends on when those daggers come, if at all. If it comes like really early, then it might be just fine taking a road still, even though there are actually not many road ends left, only 2 crossroads and a triple city with a road. Interesting choice by Isloun to actually try and connect from this side. I have to say it's a major it's a major mistake because being the leading player, being so far ahead in points as Isloun, you should never allow the possibility of Portgard to just simply go here with another city cap and attack the city again, then get a triple city and like just basically equalize on the board. This is a huge misstep by Isloun. Because you know what? That reconquering can still happen. It can still happen. Like Portgard can go over here with a city cap, and he can then get a triangle and then a triple city, and he can take all these points for himself. A major misstep. Something that I can't really get out of, and it's going exactly the way I said. Portgard gets a city cap. He's going to try and get a triangle over here, or maybe just a city cap with a road, but a triangle would be even better, probably. And he's gonna try to get a triple city, and he's gonna try to overrun this city. And he doesn't get blocking tile or a restriction tile on this or here. Instead, just continues the city. Still no blocking tile or restriction tile or connection tile. Isloun must be really kind of sweating with the situation here. But like, it's his own making. He only has himself to blame for it. Oh dear. If this goes sideways, man. In the meanwhile, Portgard finishes. He finishes one of the two monasteries that he has. Okay, I don't see Portgard going over here. I think he's just going to. Yeah, I think he's just gonna simply take points from this city here, and he's gonna set up some fields. Rightfully so. Isloun gets a triple city, which, yeah, it goes nicely over there, so that's kind of saved. Yeah, this is actually really annoying for Portgard. There's only one dagger remaining over here, and there are no triple cities with a road here, so he can't take quick points from the road. However, there are still two road Doritos. Actually, I don't see this city being completed. And there are no dividers, so only filled triangles go into this square. Opts to go for the 9-point field that he built, which is fine. And restricts the 1-point city to the one remaining dagger. So let's see. Maybe could go over here, drop a farmer. 6-point move, you know. It's not bad. Drop a farmer. Okay. It's decent. But Ilya still, I think, in a far better position. Or is he? Let's see. So he's gonna be going over here. Doesn't wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, there are no. That's right. There are actually no road ends left of any kind. But still, I mean, it's a 4-point road with like potential to still complete it with a curve plus curve. So and 12 tiles left. Ilya has 3 meeples in hand. He might as well take the road. But still, okay. So 15 points in head, which is compensated by these fields of Portgard. +1 for this monastery. -1 equal +2 +4 equal. He's -2, but he has 2 extra meeples. Oh, wait. Wait. No. This can't be right. This can't be right for Portgard. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I mean, there were still so many curves left. Why just not go here? Take this road and have a chance of getting this meeple back. Like, yeah, it's blockable, whatever, but it's still 5 points in itself, and um this field is only 6 points, and like it's like dead certain that you are not gonna be seeing this meeple coming back to your hand ever. I Yeah. It's not looking good for Portgard here. He's gonna need to do stuff like actually finish this city. And for Isloun, getting this dagger is going to seal the game. It's gonna absolutely seal the game. Isloun still with 3 meeples. Took a 5-point road. Portgard just had to give 1 point to Ilya just to get a meeple back, which isn't really going to help him because he created a 6-point field, which Ilya is very happy to take with +19, +18, +3, +4, -1, 3, +3. He's +9 and he has an extra meeple. Like, what's Portgard gonna do with 2 remaining tiles? Nothing, absolutely nothing. This game is over. This game is over. There are no big features to even try and steal or equalize. There is nothing on the board. 1, 2. Yeah, to actually make things even worse, there are still 2 field Doritos remaining in the deck to go over here. Get these 5 extra points for Isloun, score for this guy for 3 points, and for this extra farm for 3 points. So it's gonna be an 11-point move for Ilya if he gets his hands on the one and remaining final field Dorito. And if he doesn't get his hands, then that means that Portgard is gonna get that road Dorito, that field Dorito, and he can't really do anything with it. And the worst thing is, Portgard has to actually put his faith on actually getting that stuff, because it's his, ironically, it's his best way of scoring points by not allowing Ilya to score 11 with one tile. So Portgard has to go like maybe here just for 4 points, or like really anywhere for 4 points, but like he has to bank on getting a rather useless tile for him, but he has to prevent Ilya from getting a useless tile for himself. Wait, that's the last Dorito? Oh shit, okay. And here I was blabbering. Yeah. That's why I remind you again that calculations of a streamer are never to be trusted. Thank you for pointing that out, wise mates. So that is the final Dorito, but so we can make some plans for max scoring, but it's still not gonna help us win. Okay, no crossroads, no road ends. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No triple cities. 1, 2, 3, 4. One road Dorito. Is there a city cap to go here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. One city cap. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is there a vanilla? 1, 2, 3, 4. There is a vanilla. Okay, so there is a vanilla to go here, which will be 9 points for its loon. With this tile, no, actually. Is this the most he could have scored? With 4. I think it actually is. With yeah, I think it's the most he could have scored. Actually, no. Where is it? No, I don't think so, because you could have like maybe gone here first for 4 points, and then if he gets this, he can still go for the field, and then he scores the same as here now. But if he gets this, then like he goes here first for 4 points instead of 3 points, and then he takes this for 4. Which would actually be 1 more point. So not quite optimal for Ilya in the end, but he didn't have to really bother his head with that kind of information because he had already won. Okay, let's catch up with the chat. How much have I been roasted? Which would beg the question if Red should have even connect with the road Dorito when they also could have re-attacked. What is this? I don't think it's about this game. It's from the earlier games. Yeah, black -6, easy peasy with 2 meeples. Voice of reason strikes again. Yeah, I see. I see. I passed you that one, didn't I? Okay, let's mark up the score. Ilya continues to win. The man can't lose. The man can't lose. 5-0 in the group stage, and now with a 2-1 win over his Vietnamese rival, is gloriously, rather gloriously, throwing himself into the quarterfinals of the Carcassonne Champions League, and he'll be getting some sort of a Titan against him on the next round. Doesn't really matter which of the quarterfinalists, but some sort of a Titan. And if we call the other one Titans, then might as well call Isloun. So the quarterfinals matches are gonna be real sweet to witness. It was about the first big castle. Actually, I want to see how that first castle came to pass, because indeed it was 20 points, so it was really significant. So let's actually take a moment and to see how it actually came to happen. Okay, for those of you who enjoy um, the older version of the game, here's your stuff. Okay, so it was it was Ilya who started. So starts with that. Yeah, that's standard. Then Portgard attacks. Then we go here with a monastery. In this situation, I don't even know if I don't think I would actually even be finishing the road from this end, because it can be attacked really easily. And like if you don't get this road for yourself, then you might as well like not add points to the monastery here. So I think a better one actually would be to finish it from this end, and then try to get a road monastery here, or then another field crossroad. Another monastery for Isloun. Okay, and then we get this stuff. Okay. We... Ah! Okay. But like, see, this is kind of the issue, because I think Podcast is taking 3 points from the wrong spot. Be like, seeing the situation over here, he knows that it only takes two. He knows it only takes two Doritos to get this done. So he has one opportunity to attack, but why not make two here? Because if this gets filled either with a triple city or with a Dorito, then you want to have another attacking opportunity into this city. So why not go over here and take 2 points? I know it's going to be creating a platform to potentially make some issues with our city, but I think it's worth it. I mean, it's we kind of really need another platform, right? And then now that this connection has been made, I mean, we would love to get like really anything here, but we can't, because like this happened, we would be able to take another 2 points and try and restrict, and then get ourselves a road plus city tile and go here, block or connect. Yeah, but now Isloun instead just simply gets himself the whole 20-point field, 20-point city. Aye, 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 aye. Well, that was a bit unfortunate. No, it wasn't. I can't really call it unfortunate when we could have done something about it. We definitely could have done something about it. For the good measure, let's say the tile run out would we have been able to actually even prevent that? So imagine no connection here, a road restriction here, then we need a road plus city tile to go here. So let's see if we would have gotten our hands on one. So this. Wait, what? Why are we doing this? Why the heck are we doing this? I mean, okay, it takes away the road, but like 3 out of the 4 field crossroads have already gone. And when Ilya, if he even gets this road tile, he would have this road plus this city all like next to each other, which is really begging for trouble every time. So why don't we just go over here, Meeple a monastery, like just mind our own business, 6-point monastery, a 3-point road free for grabs, and we'll leave Isloun to deal with this kind of stuff. Like if he finishes the city over here before finishing the monastery, then we can block this to a starting tile, or restrict this to a starting tile, which will be a tremendous pain for Ilya. But this just giving 2 points to Isloun, finishing this one, relieving the pressure on this square. Like, I know it controls the city, but like, no, this is not the way to go, man. It brings. I don't like it, man. I think it gives off way too. Yeah, I think it just generally gives off way too much for black than it does to us. Uh, that's unfortunate. Okay, so now we can go over here, take another 2 points, and prepare the block, because Isloun has not gotten a Dorito with a road or a triple city with a road. So we do go there, we take 2 points, and then I don't know, does Ilya defend here? Maybe. Let's assume he defends. Then honestly I would just defend again as Ilya, just go there. Then we do this, this happens, and then we go like, I don't know, here. Actually, let's just draw everything on the map. So like here and here and here, and then triple city has been here. Then we have that a situation. Oh my god. Then we have a situation where we have this square restricted to a city plus field. Field. Why do I keep deleting all of this? where we have this square restricted to a city plus field, and then there's a road here, and then we are just trying to see what happens. Nothing with this. Okay, well, Isloun would be getting the connection here. That's unfortunate. And also, with the way the stuff went, it would also mean that I think Ilya would be getting the splitter and do this kind of stuff. Okay, well, so technically in another universe, Isloun would still actually get the city completed. Though this is like more hypothetical than Einstein making his theories before actually proving them. But this was just for educational purposes. If Red had created the attacking platform with the crossroad, Black could have used the road Dorito on the top left instead of the right. There. Big brain there. Um, which would change everything again. Okay, let's just retract everything there because the voice of reason is in the chat again. Okay, let's just leave it at there's a lot of hypothetical stuff that could have happened. A lot of hypothetical stuff, and well, since we now know what's happened, let's not dwell any more in it. um, which we and Portgard just have to accept our loss gracefully and move on with our life. Okay, once again, congratulations to Ilya Slonimsky for winning today's match and getting yourself a spot in the quarterfinals. And commiserations to Portgard. I'm sure all of the Vietnamese community is already proud of you with reaching the top 16, which is still a pretty difficult thing to do, given that you first have to get a spot in the league and then you have to get through the group stage and then either finish top 1 in your group, or in case you, as Portgard did, finish top 3, then win another match, which he did. So let's all pay respects to the Vietnamese. Which adjective would I use? A Vietnamese menace. And wish him well for the rest of the year. So, like I said earlier, the final 2 matches of the top 6 of the round of 16 is going to be Rapid Rain versus Bogdan Kurgan on 24th, so on Monday at 8 a.m. And then the other is going to be Samuelson, which unfortunately I have forgotten his name. Let me check. I'm pretty sure I have it somewhere. Anatoly Kravchenko, who is going to be going up against Pakshay, whose name, which is so long I can't even remember it. But I still want to say it. Oh god. Uh, Rithijai Chalangul. My Finnish accent is kicking in, but that's the pronunciation I'm gonna go with. So, we are gonna wish Kravchenko and Chalangul um, good luck in their future match, and you can catch them doing that on Sunday at 8:30 a.m. and both of these final round of 16 matches will be streamed by Alexi, who I'm sure you are well aware of, and I will join you in the uh, stream audience if I am awake at that time. That'll be all for today. Thank you all for joining to the morning match and the morning stream. I hope you all have a great rest of the day, and I will see you all soon again. Bye for now.